Definitely on one YouTube channel. I just found this interesting. Watch this. Black president. Airborne infection isolation room. Hope I don't get in trouble for this. This is all educational. The pollen.
What is it?
Home. She says home. What the hell is she talking about? Okay, I just found that doggone interesting. Now, this is from Exo News. You can all look at that if you like. Now, a couple things. You just only take 1 second here. Now, I know people don't like hearing from the good book, but let's just one or a couple of these little little things here. What do you call them? Jeremiah 4 verses. Okay, Jeremiah 4. Let's just go down to now let's go down to I'm looking for 7. The lion is come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy cities shall be laid waste, without an inhabitant. And then, this is 10, and then said I, Ah, Lord God, surely thou hast greatly deceived this people and Jerusalem, saying, Ye shall have peace, whereas the sword reacheth into the soul. That means no peace without war. Hey, that sounds familiar, huh? Now let's go to another one here, and this is Revelation 6. And let's go down to number 12. And behold, when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. 13. And the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casts away her untimely figs. That means before they're ripe, before they're ready to be picked. And she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens, and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Pretty interesting. And sort of mirrors what's happening. Now, we have a lot of stuff going on in the world today, of course. I'm not even going to go into it because everybody knows about the turmoil all over the world. It's not the Middle East, Africa, Europe, everything's breaking out. And I got to tell you, those Greeks, it's not going to work out. These people are just screwing. They're selling all their public everything to the World Bank. They're just going to take control of the whole country. And you know, when that happens, all these other countries are just going to have to, they're going to take them too, and it's going to happen to America. But I believe that this event is probably going to have America where they're not going to be, they're not going to be, we're not going to no longer be considered here in this world. Something's going to happen to us. And all this other stuff is just going to happen in the Middle East and in Europe. We'll be out of the picture. America will be. And but I want to show you this. Now, this is off the subject, but unemployment is all part of the puzzle. The high unemployment, the wars, the turmoil, you know, the earthquakes all over. And everybody says, hey, there's always been earthquakes. There's always been turmoil. There's always been this and that. The difference is, like the Christ said in Matthew, there'll be rumors of wars and earthquakes and all these things of birthing pains. But 50 years ago or 60 years ago, there could be a huge earthquake in Australia, and you wouldn't even know about it. But now there's an earthquake in Christchurch, and I know about it in probably a minute or less. And I know about all the earthquakes all over the whole earth. I know all about all the turmoil all over the whole earth. We weren't capable of this until we had all this mass media and this, of course, the internet, the information net. Okay, let me go to this, because unemployment is part of this. Now, what I did is I asked the Michigan Talent Bank not to send me the jobs from employment agencies, because number one, they charge a fee, or they just take money, they charge the company a fee to hire you. And I said, you know, we're trying to, this is a recovery here, and it seems like the only people making money are collection agencies and these employment agencies, and they just rip you off. They ripped off my ID already, and I know a couple other people that they went to these employment agencies and they ripped off their ID. And I'm figuring the joke's on them, man. They try to get credit on my social security number, they're going to probably get thrown in jail. But so I asked them, just please don't send me any of the employment agencies, and I will just take the regular jobs or work directly for the company, go down and have interviews and things like that. Look, no job orders match your search criteria. Because, I don't know, maybe it's because there are employment agencies. I mean, it's the same ones on there every day for years and years. And they list these jobs in construction and electrical and all that, and there's no jobs. And they pull you in there and they want you to mow grass or wash dishes. Anyway, my ID was stolen. American in distress. Duck out.